I'm making one video for every day in July, and this is the 7th video. The theme of this video is maybe more relevant for the 4th of July, which we're a few days past, but nonetheless, I'm going ahead now. The theme is the American Constitution, widely misunderstood, but if more people did know the particulars of its origins and how it was actually put together, the context in which it actually lived, I think they would regard it as one of the highest human achievements, on par with, if not surpassing, the moon landing. And the reason why I'm bringing this all up is because Santi Ruiz, who runs a newsletter and podcast called Statecraft, which I highly recommend, and ideally it will be in my hands right here, and you can click on it in the video description, over the 4th of July released an episode where he essentially gives a book review of this book. I don't know if it's a little fuzzy, but it's called Plain Honest Men, The Making of the American Constitution. I think it's a brilliant book. There are a lot of books that are written about the Constitution and the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia in 1787 and what happened in those 4 months exactly. But I think you should go listen to Santi's episode of Statecraft and then go ahead and pick up a copy of Plain Honest Men and read it for yourself. But the basic idea is the men who outlined the Constitution were creatures of their time, which was atypically good in some ways, and by modern lights, atypically bad in others. But they were brilliant, atypical, and possessed skills that most people today could only dream of in the realm of politics, in the realm of parliamentary procedure, in the realm of getting people together to hammer out large collective decisions and then drive them home. In an era where today we think of government as broken or where it can't build or it blocks building, I think it's tough to imagine the exact magnitude of what was achieved at the Constitutional Convention in just 4 months, which is the birth of the entire country as we know it. Usually when people think about the Constitution, I think often they have one of two ideas in their head. One is a very simplistic, rosy, but in a sort of fake way, view, too perfect, a simulacrum that is uncanny. On the other end, you have people who think it should be burned down, that it's evil, that it doesn't represent an achievement. And I think neither of those perspectives is correct. The perspective that I think is correct, the one that I hold, and I hold it because I do think it's correct, is that it is the compromised product of flawed men. And in that way, it matches every other human achievement. And I think that says something about humanity. Even though individuals may be flawed, they can still produce wonderful things. They've produced all the advances of modern civilization that we enjoy today, including the Constitution. And I think understanding the particulars of the convention, the particulars of the time, the particulars of the men, can almost only make the modern reader far more appreciative of what exactly was done in Philadelphia in 1787. So I hope you pick up a copy of Plain Honest Men, The Making of the American Constitution, or I hope you listen to Santi's episode of Statecraft on the subject, and I hope you walk away with a renewed and different perspective on the US Constitution and our style of government and everything it has brought into the world since 1787.